Hello everyone. Myself Dr. Tyagi, Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, IIMT College of Engineering, Greater Noida. Today we will discuss about the algorithm and its complexity. How we calculate the complexity, how can we find the complexities, what is the use of algorithm, what is the need of algorithm, what is algorithm. Okay, today presentation, the introduction to algorithm, use and need of algorithm, characteristic of algorithm, complexity of algorithm, recurrences and method for solving these recurrences. The methods are substitution method, master method, and recursion tree method. We will discuss all things in this presentation. First one, what is algorithm? Basically, the algorithm, we can say it is it belongs to the design phase of software development life cycle. It is the design part. Flowchart is also the design part. Algorithm is also the design part. Means the flowchart is a graphical representation and algorithm is a step-by-step representation, like as so in the instruction by instruction. Okay. So when we to find out the solution of any particular problem, then we can create an algorithm, means step-by-step procedure. In general term, the algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to achieving a solution of any problem. Okay. Algorithm, in technical term, algorithm is a finite set of instruction to accomplish a particular task. Okay. It is a set of rules that must be followed when solving a particular problem. Okay. The example, very simple example is given. Addition of two numbers. It is a structure of any algorithm. First step will be the start, and the last step will be the stop, or you can say end. Okay. Addition of two numbers. The step one is start. Step two, enter the two numbers A and B. After that, you can addition of these two numbers and put the result in the C variable. C equal to A plus B. And we can print the solution of whatever you want to do. You can square the solution of C. You can find out the solution of C. You can find out the factorial of C. Whatever you use as per your requirement. Okay. So algorithm is a simple way. It is the step-by-step procedure to accomplish a particular task. Okay. The use of algorithm. The use of algorithm. There are many use. Some of the important area where algorithm are used. Number one is computer science. In computer science field, mathematics field, operation research field, artificial intelligence field, and data science field. And not is a limited list. In many places, the algorithm are very useful. In computer science, we can use for the searching, sorting, and solve any complex task such as AI and machine learning. After that, we can use in the mathematics how we can find out the linear equations, the solution of linear equations, finding the shortest path of a problem. Okay. In the mathematics field. After that, in operation research field, to optimize and make decision in fields such as transportation, logistics, and resource allocation. All are the problems we solve in the operation research field. The algorithm is very useful in the operation OR field, operation research field. After that, how algorithm is used in the artificial intelligence to develop the intelligence system. Everybody know that why we use the AI to develop intelligent system and can perform tasks such as image recognition the image, natural language processing, and decision making. Okay, you can use any algorithm in the AI field. After that, data science to analyze, process, and extract insight from large amount of data in the field such as marketing, finance, and okay. These are the uses of algorithm, but it's not a limited. We can use the algorithm here. We want to solution in the step-by-step manner. We want to find out the solution in step-by-step manner, and we want to see the how the solution work step by step. Then we use the algorithm. Now, what is the need of algorithm? basically discuss here. To understand the basic idea of the problem and find an approach to solve the problem. How to solve the problem? It so the approaches. Okay, you can see algorithms are necessary for solving complex problem efficiently and very effectively. It's improve the efficiency of existing technique means we have the many sorting algorithms and there are many complexity like as n square and log n. So what will be the best complexity of algorithm? Then we use that algorithm to solve the sorting. Okay, to improve the efficiency of existing technique. They help to automate process and make them more reliable, faster, and easier to perform. Okay. Basically, algorithm has some characteristic we will discuss in the next slide. And to understand the basic principle of designing and algorithm. Algorithm also enable computer to perform tasks and would be difficult or impossible for human to do manually. It is the best method of description without describing the implementation detail means algorithm is a very effective. You can see you have the sorting algorithm and you have a problem of sorting an array and you use this algorithm and you can find out the solution without implementation. Okay. It is the best method of description without we discussed the algorithm gives a clear description of requirement and goal of the problem to designer to understand the flow of the problem. And with the help of algorithm, we convert art into science. We can measure and analyze the complexity, time complexity, and space complexity. We will discuss in the next slide. Okay. So then after analyze the complexity of many algorithms, like as many sorting have the many algorithms for solving the sorted manner, then we can check and we can reduce the cost of design and reduce the time complexity and reduce the space. These are the needs of algorithm. Now, this is the characteristic of algorithm. Basically, algorithm have the 5 characteristic: input, output, finiteness, definiteness, and effectiveness. Basically, the input means we can say the 0 or more input can be supplied externally, means you can give the input by using any input device. Then 0 input means the number of input 0, not the 0 input. You can put the 0 input. Okay, but the number of input should be means maybe the 0. Or more input can be supplied, means 1 input, 2 input, 3 input. We know very well about that. But what is the number of input? 0, meaning basically if we want to print the full class name, student full class name of the student we want to print, then there are no any input from you can give from the console, and there are the number of input 0. And other examples is if you we have the two numbers a equal to 3 and b equal to 5, and we want to add these number and c equal to a plus b. So 3 plus 5 equal to 8. Okay, there are no any input, means the number of input is 0 here. Okay, and you can give the more than input, like you want to find out the factorial of any number, so you can give the 1 input, and you want to use the give the 2 inputs, and many more input can be supplied, and the output, at least one output can be produced. Means if you have a good algorithm, is the identity of a good algorithm, then without any output, there are no any role of the algorithm. At least one output can be produced and should be matched with desired output, which we want to find out. Okay. Third one is finiteness, means the number of instructions must be finite in any algorithm. The number of instructions not go to the infinite side. If it will be go to the infinite side, then you can't find out the solution of any problem. Then the finiteness means the number of instructions must be finite. If you using a loop, after some iteration, it must be stopped and give the desired result. If it goes to the infinite set, then you cannot find out the result. After that, definiteness means each instruction of algorithm must be unambiguous and must be clear. Means if we want to find out the two numbers, sum of two numbers a and b, and c equal to a plus b, and you put the in next step is only c. How programmer can get the what is the role of c? You want to square of c, you want to print of c, what do you want? Okay, then the definiteness means you can clearly mention there, you want to print the output, then print c. You want to square the c, that square of c. Then the developer will develop this algorithm in programming language. Okay, and there are no any ambiguous means like a equal to 5, b equal to 6, and a equal to 3, and c equal to a plus b. So what is the value of a? You have the two value of the a, then which will be the addition with a b. If you go to in the programming, then you can definitely find out the solution if you have the 2a or 2b or 2c. But in the algorithm, you have to mention the what is the exact value of a equal to 2 and b equal to 3 and a equal to 5. Then what is the value of c? A plus b, 2 plus 3 or 2 plus 5 or 3 plus 5, you can't find out. Okay, so each instruction must be clear and unambiguous. There are no any ambiguity, कोई भी confusion नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay, last is effectiveness means every algorithm must be very effective. You can be solved by using pen and paper. This is the effectiveness of any algorithm. You also know if you want to search any item from the array, you use the linear search or binary search method which you want. Okay, then linear search and binary search, they are step by step instructions are there, and you follow it and you can find out the item which you want to find out. Okay, means the algorithm must be very effective. Without any implementation, you can go to the algorithm and find out the. So these are the characteristics of algorithm. Now, complexity of algorithm. Complexity of algorithm. Complexity means the complexity in algorithm refer to the amount of resource such as time or memory. Memory means space required to solve a problem or perform a task. The most common measure of complexity is the time complexity, which refer to the amount of time an algorithm takes to produce a result as a function of the size of input. Means there are two complexities, the time complexity and the space complexity. We measure these two things. Okay, the time complexity means how much time taken by an algorithm from run to completion. कितना टाइम एक एल्गोरिथम लेगा एक स्टार्ट होने से अपने कंप्लीट होने, एंड व्हाट इज द रिक्वायर्ड स्पेस फॉर एन एल्गोरिथम फ्रॉम रन टू कंप्लीशन. कितना स्पेस वो लेगा रन होने से कंप्लीट होने तक में. दीज आर द स्पेस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी. मींस नाउ the time complexity is defined as the amount of time taken by an algorithm to run as a function of the length of the input. It is depend on the input also. It measures the time taken to execute each statement of code in an algorithm. Space complexity means space complexity refer to the total amount of memory space used in an algorithm, including the space of input value of execution. Calculate the space occupied by variable in an algorithm to determine space complexity. Means time complexity means how much time taken by an algorithm. Space complexity means how much space taken by n. The type of time complexity, there are the three types of time complexity: the best case time complexity, average case time complexity, and worst case time complexity. Best case means which have the minimum amount of time. You have a single processor, and you have the different inputs. Like you want to sorting an array in the ascending order, and you have the input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it is already sorted. So you bits have the minimum time to solve and sort it in ascending order. And if the input is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, It means it is the totally in descending order and you want to in the ascending order. Then it have the maximum amount of time. Means it is the worst case time complexity. If you want to find out in the ascending order, then you have to take a more time. Okay. So best case will be 1 and the worst case will be 1. Like as if we use a linear search and we want to find out an item from the array and the item is exist in the first position, then how much time you taken is the 1 unit time. Means it is the best case time complexity. If you can find out the item and it will exist in the last position, or you can say there are no exist this item in the list, then you can go to the worst case time complexity. Means is it have the maximum amount of time. Means you can go if the elements are 100, then you have to go to 100. Okay, and 1 is best case and 1 is the worst case, and other all cases are the average case. Not best, not worst, all cases are the other cases are the average case, which has the average amount of time. Not best time, not worst time. It is the time complexity. Generally, we can find out the complexity of an algorithm by using the programming language. We can by using the code and using the code, and we can create a program to find out the complexity of an algorithm. Okay, or you can find out the by using the recurrences also. Okay, so what means the recurrences? Means you have the recurrence of any problem, like as divide and conquer approach, like the binary search, like the other things. You can you have the recurrence and you can find out the complexity of this recurrence of particular topic. Like what is the recurrence? Recurrence is an equation or inequality that describe a function in terms of its value. Means recurrences are generally used in divide and conquer parallel. Let us Tn means the running time on a problem of size n. What is the structure? What is the root? कैसा है? The Tn equal to Atn upon b plus Fn. Tn equal to Atn upon b plus Fn. Means there are the n size of problem. There are the n size of problem, and the total running time of this n size of problem is how many times is taken for solving the n size problem. It will be the Tn. And we can divide this n size problem into n by b subproblem. We can divide the n size problem into n by b subproblems. And how many subproblems? Eight types. It means a subproblems are there. Okay. And what is the Fn? Fn is the positive function. Fn is the positive function. It may be linear, it may be quadratic, it may be cubic, it may be exponential, it may be constant, 1. Okay. Now, where a is greater or equal 1 and b is always 1. Why b is always 1? If you want to, if we take the value of b is 1, then you see here the no any dividation is there. N is divided into n. Means n is divided into n if b value of b is 1. So b must be at least 2. You can divide the n size problem into the other example also with the value. This is the recurrence of the merge sort. Means merge sort is depend on the divide and conquer approach. You know, okay. The n size problem is divided into n by 2 times, and other again n by 2 is divided into n by 4 n by 4. Means if you have the 8 elements in an array, then it divided into n by 2. Means n value of n is 8. And it is divided into n by 2 means 4 times. And again, sorry, 4 times means 4. Again, 4 items is divided into 2 and 2. And again, 2 and 2 is divided into 1 into 1. Then after that, you can apply the merge. Okay, 1 by 1. And after that, it is recursively calling. You can finalize the 8 elements in the sorting manner. Okay, it is the recurrence of merge sort. You see here. The n size problem is divided into n by 2. N size problem is divided into हाउ मच टाइम, 2 times. ओके, n साइज की प्रॉब्लम को हमने n/2 में डिवाइड कर लिया 2 times. ऐसा ही होता है मर्ज सॉर्ट में, हमने देखा n साइज की प्रॉब्लम n/2 में टूटती है 2 बार. और फंक्शन कैसा है मेरा, लीनियर. मींस आपने एरे पे अप्लाई किया है, द एरे इज लीनियर एंड द फंक्शन इज लीनियर हियर, and the a is greater equal 1 and b is always greater 1. Here the n size problem have the total running time is tn, and the n/2 sub problem have the running time of tn/2. Okay, n size problem have the running time of tn, and the n/2 problem running time is tn/2. Okay, now how we can solve these recurrences? It has the 3 methods. First one is substitution method, second one is master method, and third one is recursion tree method. We will discuss one by one. First one is substitution method. We can solve any recurrences by using the substitution method. What is the substitution method? There are 2 main steps. Number first is guess the solution, and second is the put the solution in the problem. हमने देखा होगा 6th 7th 8th क्लास में हम 3x + 4y = 14 निकालते थे, तो हम पुट करते थे, x और y की वैल्यू देखते थे, उसका गैस करते थे और उसमें पुट करके देखते थे कि इसकी मल्टीप्लाई 3x + 4y की 14 है क्या, x और y की वैल्यू पुट करने के बाद. तो ऐसा ही हमने यहाँ पे किया. फर्स्ट वी गैस द सॉल्यूशन क्या होगा, and put in the questions. Okay, if it verifies the left hand side to right hand side, it means that our guess is right, otherwise we will go to the wrong direction. Okay, for example, the tn equal to tn/2 + 1. Okay, and we guess here if the solution is log n, tn equal to log n, we guess the solution and put in this question, put in the log n in the place of, okay, then tn equal log n/2, put the value of n/2 + 1, and we expand this solution, the log m/n equal to log m minus log n formula, the log n minus c log 2, the value of 2 and the base of 2, base is 2, then the same value and same base, the value will be 1, and this will be cancel out 1 2, then the value you can find out the log n, means you have a right guess. The solution of this problem is log n. Okay, so we can find out this is the substitution method. Second one is the master method. In master method, this is the recurrences. This is recurrences. Tn equal to atn/b plus fn, and the statement are same. N size problem has a running. How we use this method? The piece of problem for solving any recurrence by using this master method. There are the 3 cases. The case number 1 is case number 1. Basically, you see here in the recurrences, we have the value of a, we have the value of b, we have the value of fn. Then we have the value of fn. How to find out the value of n to the power log a on base b? We will compare both values. Okay, fn and the calculated value n to the power log a on base b. If we calculate this value and compare with the fn, the first case is if n to the power log a on base b is greater than the value of fn, then the running time of this recurrence will be n to the power log a on base b. Case third, if we have the value of fn is greater than the n to the power log a on base b, then we can find out the solution of this recurrence is fn. Means if n to the power log a on base b is greater, then the running time will be the n to the power log a. If fn is the greater, then the running time of this recurrence. Okay, and the second one is if both are equal, the value of n to the power log a on base b both are equal, then the running time of the recurrence will be fn into log n. Okay, for example, we take an example, very simple example of recurrence of merge sort. Okay, Tn equal to 2n upon 2 plus, you can expand this. The n size problem is divided into n by 2. And okay, here, you see here, the value of A is 2, this one, and the value of B is 2, this one, and the value of Fn is there. Fn is given, okay, and you can calculate the value of n to the power log A on base B. What is the value of A? Put here, the 2. What is the value of B? Put 2. And to the power log 2, log A, log 2 on base 2 is 1. Then the value of n to the power log A on base B is, and what is the given value of Fn? It is Fn equal to n. Means both are equals. The calculated n to the power log A on base B and Fn, both are equal. To apply the case second. And what is the value of case second? The running time of this recurrence is Tn equal to theta Fn into log n. What is the Fn? Fn is n. Then the solution of this recurrence is theta and log n. Okay. The running time of the time complexity of this merge sort is n log n. The complexity of merge sort is n log n in all cases. In all cases, best case, worst case, and average case, because you have to divide and conquer approach. By solving this method, you use the divide and conquer approach. If you have the already sorted array, you have unsorted array, or you have the mid array, average array. Okay. Now, example number 2. Example 2. Tn equal to 2tn by 2 plus n square. Here A is 2, B is 2, and Fn is the n square. This is given. You have to calculate the n to the power log A on base B. You put here, the base and value are same. Then the value of n to the power log is n to the power 1. Okay, but you have the function Fn equal to n square. Then you have to compare the n to the power log A with the Fn. The value of Fn is greater than this because the value of Fn is n square and the value of n to the power log B is n. So which one is greater? The Fn is the greater. And which case apply? Apply the case third. In third case, the value of Fn is greater than the n to the power log A. Then what will be the running time of this algorithm? The running time of this algorithm is Tn equal to theta Fn. Means what is the value of Fn is n square. The value of this recurrence, Tn equal to 2tn by 2 plus n square. The running time of this recurrence, we take the another example, solve the 2t 4tn by 2 plus n. Here, the value of A is 4, value is B is 2, and Fn is given n. Then you calculate the n to the power log A on base B. The value of log 4 on base 2 is 2. Then n to the power log BA, okay? And we compare with the Fn. What is the value of Fn is n. What is the value of Fn is n. Now we compare with the n to the power log A on base B with Fn. The value of Fn is less than the n to the power log A on base B. Means here n to the power log A on base B is greater than the Fn. Then apply the case. What is the case first? It have the running time theta n to the power log A on base B. And what is this value? And the solution of this recurrence, the running time of this recurrence is the time complexity of this recurrence is. You can see here the all three cases of master method. After that, the third one is the recursion tree method. Recursion tree method. Where we use the recursion tree method. The substitution method was good. Guess the solution and put in the problem. If you find out the good one, then you have the very less time complexity. But the problem is that if you have the wrong solution, then your effort will be okay. Then you see here recursion tree method where we use. You see here this recurrence. Tn equal to tn by 3 plus t to n by 3 plus n. Here in this single recurrence, there are the two recurrence relations. Tn by 3 plus t to n by 3, both are different. Okay, n by 3 and 2tn by 3. Like you have 30 elements, then it's divided into in left side is 10 and right side is 20. You divide it into not in the equal like as previous. You divide in the different. Means 30 elements is divided into 10 and 20 by using this reference. Okay. So where we use the recursion tree method, you can solve the simple question like as master method solution. You can solve by using recursion tree method. But how it is special? It is special like this recurrence. There are the more than one recurrence relation in recurrence. You can't solve by using master method. Okay. What is the step of solving this algorithm, this method? Number first, create a recursion tree. After that, count the total cost in each level. You know what is the structure of tree. Number third, find out the total number of levels. If the total the cost of each level is n, and the total number of level of this tree is log n, then what is the final value of this? N into log n. Like if the total the cost of each level is n and the total number of level is 10, then the total time complexity is the 10 into n, like this. Okay. Then you can find out the total number of level and sum the cost of each level and calculate the total running time. These four are the steps to find out the solution by using recursion tree method. And see here, it is also the recurrence of master method, and you check here what will be the complexity by using this method. It may be theta n log n or any other. Okay, क्या आनी चाहिए? आनी तो थीटा n log n ही चाहिए. अब आती है नहीं आती है वो इसमें हम डिस्कस करेंगे. Okay, this is the equation 1. Tn equal to 2tn by 2 plus n means n size problem is divided into n by 2 times and the function is in linear. Okay, we have the value of tn, this one, but if don't know the value of tn by 2, we can't calculate recurrence. So we find out the value of tn by 2. So how we can calculate this? You can put the n by 2 in the place of n in this equation 1. In full equation 1, you put the n by 2 in the place of n, and you can find out the what will be the next divide. What will be the next divide? Okay, like n is divided into n by 2 times in the main equation, and you put here the value of n by 2 in the place of n. Then you check here the n by 2 size problem is divided into n by 4 and 2 times. Okay, so this is the main, and what is the value of n by 4, tn by 4? Then you can put the n by 4 in the place of n in equation 1. After that is divided into tn by 8. Then you can put out the n by 8 in the place of n in the equation 1. You can find out the next further dividers. This is the recursion tree method. Here n is divided into n by 2 times. And what is the next further division? N is divided into n by 4, n by 4. And what will be the next? You can put out the n by 4 value in the equation 1. Then you can find out the n by 8, and it is divided till you can't get the 1. Means you have the 8 element. First you divide the 4 and 4. Then this is level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3. And after that, what is the cost of this? This cost is n. What is the cost of this level? N by 2 plus n by 2. N by 2 plus n by 2. This one. N by 2 plus n by 2. It will be the, what is the cost of next level? N by 4, n by 4, n by 4, and n by 4. What is the 4 n by 4 means? It is the value, the cost of this level is n. All level have the cost n. If we can find out the total number of levels are there, here mention the level is log n, but we don't know now. Okay, how we can find out the total number of level? The total number of level. How we can find out the total number of level? We have the value n upon to the power 0 at level 0 in previous tree. We have the value of n upon 2 in the level 1. we have the value n upon 2 to the power 2 in the level 2, means you divide the n divide into n by 2 and n by 2 divide in the n by 4 in next level. Then next, what will be the next? N upon 2 to the power 3. And if the let total number of level is k, last level is k, then the value in this level will be n upon 2 to the, and the size at the last level is n upon 2 to the power k. And what is the last value? We discussed in previous. If you have the 8 value, then okay, you have the 16 value, it is divided. So what is the value of n upon 2 to the power k? It will be 1. The last value, if you if let the total number of level is k, then the last value according to your tree is n upon 2 to the power k. And what is the value of n upon 2 to the power k? You know very well, it will be 1. Then n upon 2 to the power 1, then 2 to the power k equal to n, and taking on both sides, you take the log n in both sides on the 2 bases, then the total value will be log n. Then what is the value of k? The value of k is log n, means total number of level of this recursion tree is log n. You have calculated this, okay? And the total, in next slide we discuss. We have the level 0. What is the number of level? At level 0, the total number of node is 1 and the cost is n. We calculated in previous slides. And the level 1, the cost is n by 2 plus n by 2 is n by 4 plus n by 4 plus n by 4 plus n by 4 is n. Okay, then all level have the n, and the total number of level is log n. See here, we now in the last step, we add all the cost of each level, n plus n plus n plus n up to log n times. Means you take a common n, then inside 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to log n times. 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to 10 times, the value, the total result is 10. The 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 100 times, then the result is 100. And here 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to log n times, then the result will be log n. Then you, वैसे भी आप देख रहे हैं कि n plus n log n time अगर ऐड करेंगे तो n into log n आंसर आएगा. Okay. Then the value, final value is the, in previous master method, we find out the solution of the recurrence of merge sort is n log n. Running time of merge sort, what was the answer? The answer is n log n.